Oh, there you are. Thank you for joining me on my channel. My name is David Charles, International Psychic Medium, and today we're doing a reading for you entitled Where Will I Be in 6 Months? No music, no intro, just straight to the reading. Where will you be in 6 months' time? After the reading, we're doing stage 26 of the Old England Tarot School Diploma course, which today is the Knight of Cups. So I hope you'll stick with me for that. Here we have 4 little stacks of cards, and this is a timeless reading, which means it doesn't matter when you find it. You can find it today or 6 months from now. There are no dates on these readings, so this reading will be 6 months from when you find it. So where will you be in 6 months from today, depending on when you find it? If you're new to the channel, please click subscribe and the bell icon if you don't want to miss any videos, and click the like button and share me with your friends if you can. So here we have number 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one would you like? Which one do you fancy? You may use your lucky number, you may use your psychic gifts, you may use your intuition, or you may just like the look of one of these. And we're going to start with, you can pause the video of course, but we're going to start with number 1. So we'll put 2, 3 and 4 over there. Now number 1, we'll call you number 1 now. Where will you be in 6 months? Let's have a look. Right, first of all, in 6 months' time, you'll be okay, but you've got to watch who you trust, especially around your workplace or people that work with you, or if you're in business, people that work for you. You've been let down before as well, and you've been let down before by other people outside of work, maybe relatives or friends or even lovers, and metaphorically, you still have the bruises to prove it. So, in 6 months' time, you're looking a bit battered and bruised because you've been through it again and you're getting a bit fed up with it. So you're being careful who you trust. You've got your barriers up like a Freudian wall. And I usually say to people, lower the barriers, but I'm not going to, because I think you need them. I think there are people around you who are being a bit mean, and you're so kind and soft, some of you, number 1, that you're allowing it to happen. And you may not want to anymore. You may think, that's it, I've had enough, I'm putting the barriers up, which is good. The good news is, number 1, that your stress levels are going down. Now for some of you, not all of you of course, this won't apply to all of you, but some of you, your stress levels are going down because of a child or some children. It may be your youngest child. Normally, as I always say, children make your stress levels go up, but in your case, a child may be linked to your lowering of your stress levels. So if you feel a bit stressed and you've got children, take them to the park or the beach, or mix with them and chill out, play football or something with them, and it'll lower your levels of stress. Take advantage if you have children. Of course, not all of you will. This won't resonate with all of you, number 1. You can always come back and look at this reading in a week or 2 and pick a different number of cards, different stack. There will be conflict. In 6 months' time, there will be arguments. Now these arguments, as often happens with psychic readings, are the kind of arguments that you're not going to win. So if there's any arguments about, keep out of it or you'll lose. So if your friends are arguing, don't get dragged in. They'll only blame you in the end anyway. Don't get dragged into arguments. Don't argue with anyone, because you can't win an argument for at least the first few weeks in 6 months' time. And that will include legal conflict as well, legal arguments. Now you'll find, number 1, this is quite romantic really, but somebody from the past may show up on Facebook or Twitter or some social media, or you may meet them face to face. This is somebody you once fell in love with. It could be your first ever true love. How on earth did you lose each other? I don't know. But this person may show up again in 6 months, give or take a week or 2. It's not dead on, but around about 6 months you will be in touch. It could be just an old friend, but I believe for most of you, number 1, it will be a lover, someone who still makes your heart flutter. The mention of her or his name will make your heart skip a beat, even if it's not them, they've got the same name. So it's a romantic time. And I always say to people in these readings, don't go backwards. in romance, it doesn't work. But in this case, as long as you're free and you're not taken or spoken for, I believe then you may be able to go back and fall in love all over again. If you ever stop loving each other, of course. I believe that something will change hands between you, maybe gifts. So maybe you'll find this reading 6 months away from Christmas, or her birthday, or his birthday. But there will be an exchange of presents or gifts, or something, maybe a photograph. So you're going to feel really romantic in 6 months' time. Doesn't matter if you're 16 years old or 66 years old. This is good, and it's romantic, and it's quite sweet, and I love it. I'm very traditional and romantic myself. So your stress levels are going down. You're beaten and battered by people around you who've been at it for years, and you're fed up with it. And you're putting your barriers up. I hope you will. You've got to avoid arguments at all costs, because you won't win one. And I think you may find that you're meeting an old lover, and I think you never stop loving each other, really. So if you're in a marriage or a romance now, you may have a problem, because temptation often shows in readings, but in this case, it's a nice temptation. You'll have to find a way of dealing with it, number one. Interesting. I'm very interested myself in that one. So I hope you like that. And let's move on now for number 2. Put that over there. If you chose number 2, this is for you. You've got some karma coming in 6 months' time, which means that you'll get exactly what you deserve. So if you've been naughty, number 2, you're going to pay for it. If you've been good, rewards are coming. Now I believe that most of you, number 2, have good karma. So you'll be rewarded for all the good deeds you've done in the years previous. If you have been bad, then you will pay in around 6 months' time. We all do, every one of us. And I always say you get karma around about twice a year, something like that. Now this also means that if anyone's been nasty to you in the past, or hurt you in a knowing way, not accidentally of course, if they've hurt you in the past, they will get their karma in 6 months' time. Could be a relative, could be a work friend, or someone at the school with you. Everyone gets what they deserve around you, number 2, in 6 months' time. And most witches and psychics believe that karma is threefold. So when you get it 3 times over. So if someone's hurt you, they'll pay 3 times. If you've been bad, you'll pay 3 times. But don't fear too much, because it's followed by a major celebration. It could be a wedding, a birthday, it could be Christmas again. It could be somebody having a baby or announcing their engagement. Some kind of reason for a knees up, and it may be your own. It may be one you're invited to, but I think there's a big celebration for you in around about 6 months' time. Could you be pregnant or something like that? Some of you will be, or some of your partners may be. But there will be reason to be cheerful in around 6 months' time. If you're not sure what it is, then have a little flutter on the lottery around that time. But don't go mad and put too much on it. Now you're finding in 6 months' time, number 2, that there's a woman coming your way who is nasty, tricky, is that the word? Devious, and unfortunately, you may already know this lady. This lady is up to no good. She's scheming, she's plotting, and there may be 2 of them. There could be more than one. You need to be aware of this, especially if you're a lady yourself, because there could be some jealousy around. There's a dodgy woman around, at least 1, maybe 2, in 6 months' time. Now, you may already know them. I'm not sure, but they're definitely around you in 6 months, and you need to be careful. Be cautious. Do not tell strangers all your business. Don't tell anyone your business unless you really, really trust them, because you don't seem to have anyone to help you, to look after you and to back you up. So I'm concerned that you'll be on your own with this, and I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it for anyone that I thought cared for either. So if there's women around you, don't be paranoid and think they're all like it, but somebody around you, number 2, is dodgy in around about 6 months' time, female, or maybe more than 1 female. In 6 months' time, I think you'll have the opportunity to travel. I think your career may force you to travel more than you normally do. And some of you, number 2, will be travelling abroad. And it may be to do with your work. Some of you will have a holiday abroad in around 6 months' time. It's all about timing. If you can get a holiday in 6 months overseas, then do so. Life's all about timing, but really big celebrations, karma, dodgy lady, watch out for that, possible travel. I believe the world is your oyster, and there's the world card from the Major Arcana, number 2. The world card can mean, depending on what's with it, because the readings are normally much bigger than this, but the world card can mean that the world is your oyster and you can dip in and have a basin full of anything you want. Good card, usually. Thank you for watching that number 2. Let's move on to number 3. Thank you for being patient, number 3. Where will you be in 6 months? You may be moving house before then. You may be changing your location. Anything to do with property, number 3, is excellent in around about 6 months' time. Not to the exact day, but around about 6 months. You may be moving house. If you do, I can almost promise you that moving house will bring much more happiness. You may be moving property. If you're in business, you may be moving property with a second person. It could be a partnership. Of course, you could be moving house with a second person. There is happiness, there is celebration to do with moving. Anything to do with property, number 3, is good in around about 6 months' time. So it's all about timing, again, as I mentioned. If you're going to move house in 5 months, try and leave it till it's the 6th month, because it's about timing, and 6 months' time now, from when you read this, see this reading, I mean, is a perfect time for moving. It's a perfect time for selling houses or property. It's a perfect time for buying property. You're being guided by a spirit. A man in spirit is with you as you watch this video right now. I believe this man in spirit has actually got you to watch this tape, this recording today, whenever this day is. And I believe this man is an older person who is in spirit, who you knew when he was on this level, on this life plane. Listen to the voices inside you. Look at your dreams. Watch out for coincidences or strange goings on. And don't think that everything is a coincidence, because you're being guided by spirit. They're with you right now, and they will be with you in 6 months' time. There will be a reason for that. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't see any major problems, so don't fear it. What I do see, though, number 3, is that in 6 months' time you've got to take it easy. So if you're smoking, knock it off, pack it in. If you're drinking too much, stop it. If you're overeating, stop it. If you're not eating enough, then make sure you do. You have a card here called, from the Major Arcana, the Temperance card. Once again, it means little all on its own. It's not quite on its own, but it does generally mean take it easy. Look after yourself, because you may not be. Chill out, lower your levels of stress. Do something calming. If it's reading a book, read a book. If it's going jogging, go jogging. Whatever calms you down. You're not looking after yourself, number 3, in 6 months' time, and it's not good enough. So you're being told off now. Make sure you take care of yourself, because you're heading for a run of good fortune. The Wheel of Fortune from the Major Arcana is bringing good fortune to you in around 6 months' time. And with all readings, always, if the spirits predict good fortune, it is not automatic. It will come to you in the form of offers and opportunities. So you need to take a bit of a chance. You'll know something will pop up and you'll think, I remember David saying this. This is it, I'm going to have a go at this. And take a chance. Don't be reckless. Don't be like the Fool card when you jump over a cliff, or look like you're going to. But take a bit of a chance and you'll change your fortunes for the better. So don't miss it, because it doesn't come around very often. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, as they say, and it will continue to turn. In 6 months' time, it's turning in your favour, so grab it with both hands. This, number 3, I think is pretty good reading for you. Property is good, buying or selling. Moving house is good in 6 months or just before that. You're guided by a man in spirit. It's definitely a man who's with you right now. You may be in the car, you may be in the house, you may be at work, you may be sitting in the bath. But there's a spirit guide with you right now. Trust me. And they've got you to watch this video today and to choose number 3. Look after yourself in 6 months. It's very important. I can't stress that enough. Chill out. Don't let things wind you up. Stay calm. Be like the Fonz. And watch out for good fortune. Don't miss it, for goodness sake. Thank you for watching that. And please comment below if you will. I'll answer all the comments. If you chose number 4, you've been very patient. I hope you ran this tape on. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 looks good. None of these readings are very lovey-dovey, are they? Apart from the first one where you're meeting an old flame. But this one, number 4, you're mixing in 6 months with somebody linked to cash, finance, money. Probably a man, but it could be a lady. This person is smart. Not just smart up here, they're smart the way they dress. They look successful. They've got that look about them. They've got success written all over them. Their eyes are sparkling. They're enjoying life. They're enjoying the fruits of their work. And they have worked. They didn't win the lottery to get where they are. They've worked. If they're a man, he'll wear suits. If it's a lady, she will be very smart and fashion conscious. This person is going to be someone who could mentor you or give you inspiration. They may not be in charge, they may not be your boss, but they will inspire you. And you may look at them and think, that's the way I want to be. And it's good, because in 6 months' time, you've also got some money coming your way. A lump sum of money, number 4, will come to you and you need to keep it. You must not invest it in dodgy deals. You must not give it away. You're going to need it. So although you're a charitable person, don't do it this time. Sit on it if you can, because this lump sum of money is going to come in handy in the months that follow. You may receive an offer from a person who is linked to the coast or water. It could be the River Thames, it could be a big river in America somewhere. They're linked to water. There may be a water sign. They're going to make you an offer. They're not very old. They're colourful. They're arty. They're theatrical. They may not work in the theatre, but they're that kind. They sort of live life like life is a stage. And each of us play a part, as Elvis Presley once said. This person is making you an offer. And it's not a business offer. It's not a work offer. It's an offer of friendship. And possibly it's an offer of love. So a little bit of lovey-dovey stuff in this one. But these readings are very good, all of them really. Look out for this man or lady who makes you an offer. I think it's an affection thing. It could be just a friendship, but it's nice. It's lovely, so enjoy it. And the main thing, number 4, in 6 months from now, your career situation is going to improve if you go to work. Some of you won't, of course. Some of you will be stay-at-home mums and things like that. But most of you, number 4, will find that your career situation improves. You may be offered promotion. You may be offered more to do, and you're doing enough as it is. So promotion always has a bad side, and that means you're given more responsibility, but it's nice that they want you. Your career situation will improve in 6 months. So remember, be ready. It could start happening before that. You may be on the ladder going upwards right now. But I believe, number 4, that things for you are looking good. Watch out for the man or lady linked to cash, money, finance. Could be the banker, could be an accountant, could be someone that's wealthy and they look wealthy. Expect a sum of money to drop your way and keep it. Sit on it. Watch out for an offer of friendship or even love from a young person, man or woman, doesn't matter. They're lovely and they're kind, they're arty, they're affectionate, and they like to express their feelings, and they will have feelings for you. And expect your work situation to improve. Brilliant reading. Stay with me, number 4. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Click the bell and all that stuff. Share me on Facebook and all that. And comment below, please. Stay with me now. We're going to do stage 26 of the Old England Tarot School Diploma course, the Knight of Wands. I'll get everything ready for you, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with me. We're looking at the Knight of Cups now. There it is. Stage 26 of the Old England Tarot School Diploma course, which I hope that you are enjoying. I'm going to use glasses and some notes that I wrote many years ago, so I don't forget anything, of course. The Knight of Cups is an eternal optimist. He only looks on the positive, romantic side of things. He shows disregard for practicalities. He rides on a wave of unceasing enthusiasm. Be careful not to get swept away with it if this reading is for you. Of course, if you're reading for someone when you've learnt the course, it's for them. Unless you're feeling adventurous, of course, don't get swept away with it unless you're feeling daring, because you're sure to experience new and exciting things you've never known before when this card shows up. He's romantic, he's an idealist, he proves sometimes deep and difficult to understand. The Knight also suggests the arrival of something new. There may be new friends or new opportunities coming the way of the querent. He may herald a proposal or an invitation to a pleasant evening or an event. That should be given careful thought before being accepted, by the way. Changes are indicated when this card shows up, romantically or emotionally. This card can also indicate travel. So let's tell you about the Knight of Cups. He's wise. He tells us to seek balance. Well, he isn't wise. People that are wise tell us to seek balance. But the Knight doesn't agree. He does it his own way. He does it his way and not halfway. He pushes the energy of the suit as far as it will go, the cups. That's why he has a positive and a negative side. The positive side is a poet, is a lover of all things romantic and refined. He uses imagination and wondrous ways and taps to the deepest levels of emotion. He knows how to create beauty and share with others. On the negative side, he's prone to flights of fancy and illusion, is melodramatic, and that's legendary sometimes with him. His emotions often get the better of him. He's temperamental and takes offence very easily. He can't stand unpleasantness and always let someone else deal with it. If this chap turns up in a reading, expect that he will impact a situation in some way. Someone or a man or a woman around like this will affect what's going on around them in a big way. Let's tell you a bit more. He accesses in short bursts, but as well. He may feel that he's an appropriate or excessive, or people around him may feel that he's excessive in the way he deals with things. And he may make you feel like you're daydreaming when in fact it's him. So you'll get that when I do the main course notes for you. Let's see some keywords. He idealizes love, lacks self-restraint, emphasizes his feelings but often can be jealous. He concentrates on the poetry of life. He tends to be gushy and melodramatic. He remembers special occasions like Valentine's Day, which some people forget, and anniversaries. Blows hot and cold with his affections. Expresses sentiment and beauty. He'll bring you flowers and forget to put the gas in the car, the petrol, we call it in England. He is always look beyond the obvious, and he has big ideas that sometimes come to nothing. A bit of a dreamer. He can be temperamental, he can be moody, he can be prone to mood swings, but he'll always help others if he can, and he can be sometimes at the same time petulant, a bit sulky. He responds deeply to life, gets melancholy and depressed sometimes, but he understands the pain of others. So a complex character, but generally I think a real nice character underneath all that. So that's the sum of the Knight of Cups. As I said, there'll be a lot more of that when we do the main course. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and click like and click the bell icon and make some comments below. We can all join in and I'll answer them. And next time we'll be doing stage 27 of the Old England Tarot School course, and that will be the Queen of Cups, of course. So I hope you'll stick with me for that one and join me next time, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.